So this is an indicator button for the bypass. So if the filter gets clogged, the magnet.
Oops, there you go. Okay, got your magnet in there, which is shown here. Okay, so if this gets...
Here's my question. Is how does it recognize if it's clogged because of the pressure?
The differential pressure is created when the filter gets too clogged.
Yeah.
There's too much pressure in there,
There's too much
which activates the bypass. When the bypass is activated, it pulls this down.
It shows us that it's bypassing.
Yep.
And then may have to manually go back and press the button.
Well, if it's still bypassing,
Yeah.
pushing the button's not going to do anything. You're going to have to clean the filter, or at least check the filter,
Oh, and then it'll go back down again. Gotcha.
or find out why it's bypassing. This could be faulty, but most likely your filter's
Now,
clogged.
with the pressure, when it builds up, where does it build up to where it pops? You know what I mean? This is what's confusing to me, I guess, is because this magnet goes down or up?
Down. It goes away from... You pull the magnet away.
Okay, so how does
That's bad.
how does the pressure pull the magnet away, I guess?
It's pushing the spring.
It's pushing the spring, down this way.
Pushing it away
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
to the magnet.
Yeah, that's cool. Very good. Okay, and what do we call the indicator button? Alright. What's a thermal lock do? Thermal lockout?
Thermal lockout. That's
Do we have an example of that?
if it's... Thermal lockout prevents it from popping if the system is cold and it hasn't. You don't want it popping just because the system's cold, because the system's going to be cold.
Yep.
So once the system's warmed up, then the thermal will allow the thermal lockout will eventually. Cold condition, it's holding it down. So when you first start up, it's holding it down, and then as it warms up, it releases it. Now it can pop if it goes into bypass.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So when I gotcha. Okay. Makes sense. And of course, when we got the magnet.
But you need to find out why it's popping. If you do see it pop.
All right. So the first thing is, if it's cold conditions, that would be the first thing to see if it's not being properly.
Well, that could be your thermal lockout. If it's popping when it's cold, it could be your thermal lockout
Thermal
failed,
lockout, or
you just have too much pressure,
yep,
too much differential pressure on the filter.
Right. Okay, what else
And
do
that's
we?
what you got
What
in
else
this
do
one.
we need to know here? Magnet's good. Filter bypass valve. Okay. There's really not much to know about this filter, other than we have.
There's a Kuno filter.
What is this?
This is the one with the. Get your filter element here. This is cleanable,
That's an element.
right? And you
That's
clean
a
it.
very strange element.
Clean it by
Oh, I got it.
the fingers go in there.
So it's a very manual element.
Yeah, these are broken. They're gone. Or stuck down here actually.
So what kind of filter? What do you call this kind
The
of filter?
Kuno filter,
The Kuno filter.
I believe. Yeah, look at that.
That's a very. Where's the elements? The main. Is that the main?
That's the element.
So, but where does it? It goes up through there then, right in there, and then up through. I see. Up through there.
So I think it should say in here somewhere. Maybe.
But I guess see that what's weird about it is it looks like a bunch of plates instead of. I wonder how it sticks or whatever, you know, because.
Well, the distance between the plates is your filter.
I see. So it's.
So you get your fluid coming in. I think that says. I think that says in. Yeah, that says
It
in.
says in, so it'd be out that way.
And then there's in and out. There you go, right there.
Gotcha.
So your fluid's coming in, coming down in here, filling up this, and then coming through here, through there.
Out there. Okay.
And then to clean it, you just.
So this is very old school. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
like World War II kind of deal, or what?
I don't know.
Well, they would want something quick. Now this kind of filter.
It's very heavily corroded.
Oh, look at this. Warranty expires in '92. So this isn't that old. Well, if you ask a millennial, this is very old.
And type
This is a
fitting.
different type of filter. This is a
It's like an air filter of some sort.
Donaldson. That's an air filter? What are we doing with air filters? And where's the
Might be
where's
one
the
of the gyro.
let's see. Fluid sampling. Contamination kits. The different types of contamination kits, test kit components. Contamination kits like that. Now, what are the
This is off a helicopter.
yeah? Do you I think we should get Miles over here and kind of look at the PowerPoint and then sign us that up. Huh?
I don't know where Miles is right now.
Oh, you have his number, right? To be honest with you, I gotta go get something to eat. I haven't eaten like all day. I wanna. Is that place open over?
I don't think so. I think it closed at 8.
Oh. Maybe guess I'm SOL. And now we're talking about hand pumps here. So I'll go back up. There's not very many slides on this. I think we just need to get Miles and check out on this thing. I mean, there's only so much you know about. What do you want to go through this real quick? Okay. There's about 20 slides on this thing total. Not very many. Just to give you an idea, a micron is 0.00004. 0.00004 of an inch. 1 micro. And a micron of a hair.
That's a hair.
Yeah.
That's a 5 micron, 10 micron.
40 micron. So the filters are much smaller than hairs on some of these things. Body filter in and out. Okay. Okay, they call it the head, the elements, the bowl. Okay, so there's a red differential pressure indicator on the. Did you see that right there? They call that the red. Is it the red pressure indicator button or what is that?
That button pops out.
Oh, that one. Okay, on that one. Okay.
This is a little bit.
And that's the one we were talking about. Okay.
That's 100 plus or minus 10 psi differential.
Okay. And then there's a bypass valve. Where's the bypass valve?
It's over here.
Well, it's on this. It says it's on the top of the head, but that's not the same type of filter, is it?
This one doesn't have one.
And not all of them are going to be the same, obviously. So.
I mean, this one doesn't have a differential, but you can see where it pushes.
So if it's
If
too
there's
much,
pressure, that'll open up in the.
Oh, okay. And then it'll push the spring, and then it'll just. Where does it? And then it just bypasses. Right? Okay. So here we go. Older types of elements, 25, present 15 microns. Present type elements, 15 microns. So it's obviously a big difference. Operating temps, negative to 275 up to 10 microns. Pleated elements, resin, impregnated cellulose.
Yeah, see this? If your pressure increases, then it goes into bypass, probably.
So there's 1, 2. They got different.
Dirty oil is better than no oil.
They call it Filtration 10 microns. Absolute. You're getting. Yeah, it's they call it an Army Navy 6235, inactive for new design. Alright. Military F8815 qualified elements. Mil specs. So typically about the same operating degrees, but they 5 microns is usually about what's. Let's see. Style B. I don't know, different styles. Filter element non-cleanable. So I wonder if that's just where you replace the element all the time, right? I kind of like in my car. Just replace the filter all the time, right? Alright, here we go. This is the B727 return filter assembly. So what is a return? What does that mean?
This is the Boeing 727 return filter. So this is coming back to your reservoir.
After
Probably.
it filters out, right? So where's the primary filter element? Differential. How does it get back? Flow control valve. Inlets. Gallons per minute. 5 to 7 gallons per minute. Differential pressure indicator. 100 bypass valve.
First
Secondary.
stage 0.4 to 3 micron, non-cleanable paper. Second stage 1.5 to 15 micron, non-cleanable. Stage 2. Okay, so it's a bigger stage down. Nobody fly the 727 anymore. Maybe a couple people would.
Mexico. Mexico. They get our crap cans when we're done with them. We sell them to whoever wants it. Okay, so non-bypass filter provides and detects failure of a hydraulic pump and therefore prevents contamination of the hydraulic reservoir or possible damage to it. Provides to detect incipient failures. 10 microns, non-cleanable elements. Bypass filter assembly. Okay, we kind of know that. Part number.
Alright, go back up to that mill
Sure. What do you want to?
8815. Oh, that's non-cleanable. 88, no, keep going up. 8815.
Yep. That's doesn't say it's not non-cleanable, so
Yeah, this
The
is
assumption is
8815/6. Element non-cleanable fluid pressure hydraulic line 3005 micron. Yep, that's exactly what it says on here.
so that's what you got right there.
So this is what we got. We got a mill F8815. It says 5 micron. Yep. Max temp 275. Is that what it says on there? Yep, 275.
They're all kind of the same.
3000 psi. Yep.
Up to does it tell you the flow rate? Half gallon to 12 gallons per minute.
No. This is 3000 psi, 5 micron, max temp 275. But on here it shows mill 8815/6-8, non-cleanable. And then who made it?
So you got to replace that one.
And part numbers on there.
Every 200, I think it's every 200 service hours you have to replace it then.
Is that what it says?
That's what it was talking about up there. I'm not
Scroll
sure.
back up.
About like up here.
Oh, no, that's something different then.
It's talking about like. I think that's kind of like the general guideline for. I can't find it now. For. But I could be very wrong. I'm not sure. We'll keep going down. B, a filter module installed with correct orientation. What is a filter module? Alright, that's the whole thing. That's just how it's installed.
Oh, wait, look at that. hydraulic filter, power transition, flow direction. Look at
They
the flow
got it
direction.
backwards.
Yeah, scroll up. What does it say?
Installed with incorrect
yeah.
orientation.
So, yep, it's backwards.
Oh, okay.
Got it. Whatever.
Filter module components. Okay,
Yeah,
differential
is-
pressure indicator. Pressure filter. So this is the actual filter thing right there, right? What is all this other junk?
Differential pressure, your pressure transducer, your temperature transducer,
Well, I don't know what
case
those are.
drain filter. So your filter, that's a drain service.
Ground
Essentially,
service.
we're concerned with the pressure filter.
That's it. Yeah, but I wonder what all this other junk is.
That's how you service it. You plug it in. You plug in your servicing cart, whatever.
Where?
Right here, ground service disconnect.
Oh, okay. Oh, to give it
That
more.
allows you to connect and disconnect without losing fluid and getting dirt into the system. Temperature transducer, it'll allows it to, if it overheats, it'll bypass. Pressure transducer, if it overpressurizes, it'll allow it to bypass. Case drain filter, you got to drain out your fluid, and then your actual no shit filter is right there.
Okay. Pressure filter module.
Yeah, this is gonna be your whole.
The whole assembly that we just looked at.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you have a it looks like you have a filter in your drain, and let's say you have a filter for the system. You got some switches, pressure switch, temperature switch. That's to indicate to the pilot, hey, something's wrong. Check valves, okay.
Pump bolts, check valves, ground service. Okay. Filter module.
Yeah, system pressure gauge tells you how much pressure is in the system. Filter head, yeah, okay, so just remember that this is the head,
Yeah.
this is the ball,
Ball and the
this is
element.
your element.
Gotcha.
Is this our element? No. Do we have an element?
Ball.
Oh, this one.
Elements. And the head.
Oh, this is an AN 6235.
It's older.
Is that one of the ones we had in there?
No, we had a bunch of 80 something.
No, that was an AN. That was a Mill F. These are ANs, so that'd be older. Like one of the first slides that we had.
Okay. Then we got the return filter module. So this is what's going to happen coming back. Right? Return filter module. Is that it right there? Very good. Filter assembly, okay. And we kind of already had a look at the different parts. The shut-off diagram, the
10
spring.
seconds. Okay. This is the Cujo file. Cujo filter. That's the one with the. Just refresh my memory. Okay, go. What's this called?
It's your AN 6235. Is that what it is?
6285.
85 or 35?
I can't read that. Is that 30? I can't read that. 30. I don't know.
Maybe it's an 85. No, it looks at 35.
Okay. Did he say we're first? Did we sign up?
No, we didn't sign up yet. We didn't know where you were.
No, but we should. It's pretty straightforward.
Okay, so let's go through these ones. Those are ones with the plates. Okay, what's this one? What's this one called? The center. You can see through. What's called this?
Oh. Yeah, what was it called?
Sinister. Scintillating.
Centered mill.
What is this? What's the purpose of this thing? What is this?
It's a filter.
How does that work?
Where does it hook? To what? What does this hook to?
Okay. Differential pressure indicator. Differential pressure indicator.
Okay. sits in your system. System's good. System's running fine. Fluid's bypassing, or fluid's doing its thing. Filter's getting clogged. You get to 50 psid or 100 or whatever it's rated at, and there's a little spring that starts opening, and the spring pushes down. Oh, you're bypassing, and this is your indicator saying you're bypassing.
Did that top one touch? Did that top one just touch something? Just...
Nope, it's just a visual when you're doing your pre-flight.
Oh.
But you gotta remember this. If it's cold out and you see that popped out, then there could be another problem.
How's
It could be
that?
the thermal
There's a thermal lockout.
lockout.
So when it's cold, it'll hold it in place so it doesn't, because it may be bypassing, but it's cold, because it's thick.
So thick, yeah.
But as it
High
warms up, thermal lockout will open up and then allow any kind of bypass to activate the PID.
Okay. So just a differential pressure indicator?
I'm just not
Yeah,
sure what the
this is the
temp-
magnetic one.
I'm just not sure what the temperature. It didn't say. What
Oh,
the
So when
yeah.
it overcomes the magnetic force, that's when it pops out.
Well, it pushes
No,
down.
it's-
Here,
it's
see
got the spring.
page 1214.
It's got the spring right there.
Okay.
This,
Oh, there you go.
When it starts bypassing, it pushes this down, releasing the magnet away from. So it could bypass. And even if it relaxes, it's going to remain until reset.
What does that stop? What stops that thing from actually coming out all the way? The bottom one.
This?
Yeah.
It's riding on a spring.
Oh, it's on the spring here. Okay.
and the spring is by the pressure. Is activated depending on the pressure. What is a delta P?
Delta pressure.
Differential pressure.
Differential pressure.
Delta P always stands for.
Filter. And that's what we're looking at.
All right. So
That's PSI. So PSID, when you see that, 50, it might be 50 PSID. It might be, in the case of this one, what was it, 100 PSID?
Gotcha. And then we have pneumatic system filters. You might
Is this
ask,
a cleanable filter?
yes, absolutely.
not. Absolutely not.
You gotta
What does
read
it say?
that. It says non-cleanable. It's hard to see, but it's on there.
How many microns is that there? Now you got the air type or gas type of system filters. Vacuum relief from pump inlets. From
Does
guard.
it say the microns in this? Hey, is it on that?
Oh, there you go. Wait, go back up. Go back up.
3,000 psi, 5 microns,
Oh, it's-
temperature 275.
These are the last chance filters. So is that what that thing is? A last chance
could be.
filter?
No, I think it's like centered middle. Or something.
I didn't see
This
it.
is
on
the
the-
last chance one.
Huh?
This is considered last chance filter.
It's a mil.
I think this is more closer to a last chance filter.
Why do you say that?
Look at the pictures of all the different filters they've got here. They've got threads here, and then they've got a filtration.
They're pretty much wider streams. Like 15 microns.
I don't know if they're 15. Let me see what they are.
On the 727, it was like a 15 micron thing. Is this cleanable? No, it doesn't.
That is right. Maybe that is a last chance filter.
5 microns? 5 microns. Last chance.
Oh no, this is just a picture of. I can't assume that these are last chance. Parker last chance filters. There you go. Okay, so what kind of contamination sources? What is that?
Is it Parmatic cleanable?
Parmatic? Where's that information at? Oh, it says on there. Parmatic.
When in doubt, read it.
Now, is that coil up into there, or are those all separate plates?
Ooh, that's interesting.
Huh. is that?
And you can actually sinter iron as well.
Okay.
Sintered iron
Is that a bypass or what is that?
It's called scented, guys.
Sintered, yeah.
What is?
That's- but is it a last chance or is it a?
either or. Typically it's on a pickup. It could be a last chance as well. But it's typically like on a pickup.
Specific order things done.
No.
And how does it look? Do it.
What's it called?
Kuno type.
Kuno.
It's got a little
Cujo. Cujo? Yeah. Oh, you should say that to him. This guy's crazy. And then you tell him that
Fucking
fluids are
crazy.
compressible.
Oh, you
And you
recording
tell
that?
him that
No.
oxygen's flammable. Oxygen by itself is
say-
flammable. Tell him that.
Say that was it? He hits it with the polycarbonate.
Okay. Now we're gonna get the contaminant types of sources. Adverse contaminations, component web, poor maintenance. Contamination types, organic, metal and non-metal, foreign fluids, gas and air. And then you get a halogen detector, detects presence of freon or chlorinated solvents. Fluid samples must provide worst case particular. Indicate location must not be in a sediment or filter bowl. 5-minute circulation and purge periods of fluid sampling. Hazard up to 500 microns. Do not introduce contaminants.
Oh,
Leaky valves, there you go. Fluids test kits.
no. I think I know what it does.
Filter paper.
It closes. No, it closes it off when you go to.
There you go.
Closes on the other side. Because the.
Damn, there's something in there, isn't there?
Jeez, $1,488 as of the 6th. This contamination test kits is a lot of money. Testing Skydrol fluids. Can you use a patch test kit for hydraulic? Both the industrial and the sample test patch. Particular micron size range 3. Acceptable, unacceptable. Number of particles per 100 milliliters. More charts. More testing of the fluids. Holy cow, look at that there. Just provides flow for either or utility ground test reservoir auxiliary use emergency rotary, and now we're onto hand pumps. And that's that. Brakes, emergency use. Okay.